Despite the fact that Venus is rumored to be the evil twin of Earth due to its high temperatures, carbon dioxide-laden air, and sulfuric acid rain, this globe has always attracted the Soviet Union. And with such zeal, the Soviet Union resolved to do the seemingly impossible. At long last, a lander probe was successfully deployed onto the surface of Venus. The question now is how a Soviet spacecraft managed to withstand the searing heat of the hellish planet for nearly an hour. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at Elon Musk leaking the Soviets' shocking discovery on Venus. Yeah, you heard it right. What was it that was found on the surface of Venus? Why did the photographs of Venus take everyone in the scientific community by surprise? The scientists did not give up and were successful in collecting first-hand scientific data as well as photographs obtained on the surface of the planet itself. Musk estimates that the average distance between the Sun and Venus, as well as the second planet from it, is 108 million kilometers. That is to say, it is approximately 30% shorter than the distance that separates the Sun and the Earth. Because of the striking parallels between our planet and Venus in terms of size, mass density, and volume, Venus is frequently referred to as our sister planet. It is believed that both planets formed simultaneously 4.5 billion years ago from a condensing nebula. It is also believed that they formed at the same time, despite the fact that Venus is very different from Earth. Musk claims that Venus does not have any water on its surface and has a thick, deadly atmosphere that is almost entirely composed of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid clouds. The surface of Venus has an atmospheric pressure that is over 90 times higher than that of the pressure at sea level on Earth. At 477 degrees Celsius, the temperature of the surface of Venus is the hottest of any planet in the solar system. This dreadful greenhouse effect is generated by the high concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and the high temperature that we are experiencing is the direct outcome of this effect. The temperature of the surface rises to more than 202 degrees Celsius because the atmosphere blocks the radiation of incident sunlight that would otherwise be emitted into space. The primary difference between Mercury and Venus is that Venus rotates counterclockwise around Mercury. The first distinction is that its axis of rotation is tilted at 1.5 degrees higher than 0 degrees Celsius. The sun rises in the west and sets in the east, despite the fact that the axis of the Earth is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees due to Venus's retrograde spin, which advances from east to west. The sluggish rotation of Venus is demonstrated by the fact that a sidereal day of the planet lasts for 243 Earth days. The fact that a Venetian year lasts for just 224.7 Earth days adds to the length of a sidereal day on Venus. Think about how slowly Venus rotates in relation to Earth in just one day. Despite the fact that there have been countless missions to Venus, many aspects about our planet's neighbor continue to be unknown. An imager with a broad field of view was employed by the probe to take pictures of the entire night side of Venus. The photos taken by the Parker Solar Probe were combined and used to create a video by NASA as the probe traveled past the planet. The goal of Elon Musk's rocket firm SpaceX is to establish human settlements on Mars. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has the idea that 1 trillion people will one day live in space. On the other hand, the chief executive officer of a private space corporation is taking a unique approach to the study of space in the hopes of contributing to the investigation into whether or not life exists on Venus. The astonishing finding that phosphine level exists in Venus's atmosphere was recently made public by researchers. This chemical may have originated from a biological source, but scientists won't know for sure until they launch a spacecraft to the planet's Rocket Lab, which is a private, tiny rocket company that was created in New Zealand and is now working on a mission of this kind. The corporation has developed miniature photon satellites, which it intends to launch on its very own Electron rocket as early as the year 2023. According to Peter Beck, the founder and CEO of Rocket Labs, this mission's objective is to determine whether or not it's possible to find signs of life and phosphine. Signs of the discovery of the phosphine is made, the likelihood of finding life on phosphine more likely. I believe that we should travel there to investigate. Rocket Lab is responsible for the successful launch of a dozen rockets into orbit on behalf of private enterprises, NASA, and the military of the United States. Additionally, it is collaborating with NASA on a lunar trip known as Capstone, which is scheduled to take off in the beginning of 2021. Before becoming familiar with the phosphine discovery the previous year, the organization started looking into the potential of sending an expedition to Venus. It is able to deliver a space probe to Venus despite the fact that its Electron rocket is far smaller than those employed by SpaceX and other competitors. At a cost that is expected to be in the tens of millions of dollars, the corporation intends to develop the mission internally and mostly fund it using its own resources. It is actively seeking additional partners in order to assist in covering the expenditures. The Photon spacecraft, which is a very modest satellite weighing 660 pounds that entered orbit for the first time this month, was scheduled to launch when Earth and Venus were in alignment for the shortest route possible. It is expected to arrive several months after the launch. The spacecraft will be designed to fly by Venus and take measurements and images rather than enter orbit around the planet. However, it will be able to deploy a small probe weighing 82 pounds into the atmosphere of the planet to collect data and seek for more signs of life. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.